Con có thể hoặc là con có thể cái ghế hoặc tôi mấy ghế ngồi đấy hoặc là không có cho con cái bạn đem một cả ghế đúng rồi ngồi đây và nghe đúng rồi.
Okay.
Không ghế con ra.
So I'm going to write down everyone's name again, so I don't miss anyone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that we will miss anyone.
I don't, yeah, so what I have to remember to give everyone a turn at speaking. You remember how to write your name.
Right.
Sure.
Wait, but
His name is a bit hard to write.
Yeah.
What, not clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is that hard to write?
he said, but if he says yeah, how are we gonna see the board?
How are you going to see the board? How are you going to see the board?
Yeah, the chair, your chair is you need the shoulder. Yeah.
You can still, I think you can still see the board. I think so. Are you? Good. Okay, we'll start shortly. Sorry? Well, no, what's the Liverpool match tonight? Who are Liverpool playing tonight? Well, they should be, will they? They should. They should be. They're better. All right, everyone, welcome to class. It's great to see you all again. Wow, you all look so much more grown up than last time.
Not actually.
Not so that, well, maybe you, but everyone else. Okay. Your attention here. One. All right. Young ladies. Super from New Zealand. Today is last month. Yes. Shall we? Oh, you got one. Okay, I think we will start now. It's Miss Hart. Just have to check what time we will finish.
It's going into the laundry.
Right. I can't remember if we're going to do this for 90 minutes or 2 hours.
I mean, at the time it works, honestly.
Anytime will
It
work.
depends on the strength. I can't reply.
Okay, everyone, so thank you for coming at this time. By the way, next week we will have a lesson at the Netherlands. Thanks, I know it doesn't suit some people coming at this time, so I think others. So thank you for coming at this time. It's great to see you all again. And like I say, you look more grown up every time I see you. You are all becoming adults now, which is great to see. You know, you are not kids anymore. All right. So, what we are going to focus on for the next 2 weeks, because we did the IELTS test not long ago, we won't do another one. I want to, because we only just finished them up. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. How are you?
Fine.
Okay. Good. Miss Ha, what time will we finish? At 6, so we're good for 2 hours. Okay. So what we're going to concentrate on for the two weekends here is mostly speaking. Right? Because of course, writing essays, you can do this online. But for me being here, it's a good chance for me to actually practice speaking face to face with all of you. And a good chance for you to practice, obviously, speaking face to face with me, okay, and practicing your English. But the first thing we are going to look at, though, is we are going to look at the next writing task 2 essay that I have for you, but I won't get you to write it, okay? I'll just get you to talk to me about it, which is a way to practice your speaking. And then we are going to look at speaking part 3 today. I am actually also speaking part 2. I think I said to a lot of you when I gave my comments for the speaking part 2 you did for the recent mock tests that we did, a lot of you were still giving lists of things. Okay, instead, what I want you to practice, I think I've talked to most of you about this, is talking about some experience that you've had and using the experience to. If that sounds a bit confusing to you, I'll explain it more as we go. But the first thing we're going to do is make this one. Okay, everyone. So the first thing we're going to look at is this next, okay, part 2 writing topic. All right. Can you please read for me, Michael? The top. Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry, can you see? Can you see enough? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So, knock 2, what sort of essay is this? What sort of essay? Remember how many different types of essay are there? How many different types of essay are there? Should know this by now. No, not 2, not 4. Hong Ling. 5, yes. 5 different types of essay. So please, you must remember this, okay? There are 5 different types of essay. And remember, the structure for each of them is a little bit different. So the first thing, okay, when you get an essay question is you must decide what type of essay is this. Okay, what type of essay is this? It's not a double question. Yes, it is a problem and solution essay. Okay, so problem and solution essay and double question essay are of course very similar because they both ask 2 questions. But you will see always in a problems and solution essay, they will either say the word causes, okay, or they will say the word, which they haven't in this one, they will say solutions. Okay, that's how you know if it's a problem and solutions essay and a double question essay. And also you can see here is that both these questions are in one sentence. In a double question essay, there will be a separate sentence for each question. Okay, so then okay. So why is it important that you know that this is a problems and solution essay? It's important because for me, it is important because why is it important that you know that this is a problem or solution and solution essay? It's important because it affects the structure. Okay, it affects the structure. And so you know if it's a problem, you guys should all know this well by now. Ling, if it's a problem and solutions essay, what is your first body paragraph about? Correct. Okay, first, you know your first body paragraph is going to be about the problem, which of course means your second body paragraph is going to be about correct. Okay, so again, everyone, this is why you need to know the structure. Okay, so you will know problem and solutions essay, first body paragraph problem, second body paragraph is solution. Okay, if it was a double question essay, Kian, double question essay, what would your first body paragraph be about? Yes, body paragraph number 1 will be about the first question, body paragraph number 2, second question. Like, again, this is why I say it's important to know the structure of the essay. Okay, it's an advantage, disadvantage. Essay, not two. What is your first body paragraph? Yeah, and the second body paragraph is about disadvantage. Okay, where it gets interesting is in the next 2 types. Okay, what is I've mentioned 3 different types of essay already. Okay, I've mentioned double question, I've mentioned problem and solution. Okay, I've mentioned advantage, disadvantage. What is another type of essay? Sorry? Discussion, yeah. Okay, discussion. So where it gets interesting is in the discussion part. Okay, so in the discussion essay, okay, one body paragraph will be about one thing you can think of for the discussion. Second body paragraph will be about another thing you can think of for the discussion. Okay, now I know that some of you know this already quite well, but the structure is so important. It's worth 25% of the mark. Okay, and the structure is the easiest thing to work out. Okay, whether your English is weak or strong, you should at least be able to work out the structure of the essay. Okay, and like I say, with 25% to get this correct. All right, and the last type of essay is can you remember? Not double question, we've had that. Opinion essay. Opinion essay. Okay, and remember the thing about an opinion essay that is different from all the other essays is what? All the other essays you look at. Correct. Okay. All the other essays you look at, you know, advantage, disadvantage. You look at both sides generally. But in an opinion essay, you only choose one side and you write 2 paragraphs. Okay, about the one side of the question. Okay, and remember, an opinion essay will be something like, to what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Okay, so again, I know I'm repeating myself for some of you, but like I say, it's worth 25% of your mark, so it's important that you understand. Okay, so we know this essay is a problem and solution essay. All right, paragraph number 1. Again, going right back to the basics. How many paragraphs in this essay? 4. Okay, 4 essays. What is your first sentence? Always is a paraphrase. Okay, and it's always a paraphrase of this. Remember, which is called the thesis statement. You don't need to remember that, but that's what it's called. It's called the thesis statement, the first sentence. Okay, it always states something. Okay, so your first sentence is always a paraphrase of this. Okay, what is your next sentence in this essay? What would your next sentence be about? An opinion essay. Not give your opinion, okay? So again, I'm asking you this because some people are not sure. All right. Paragraph number 1. Okay. First sentence always is a paraphrase. Okay, actually, I'll go quickly through this. All right, just to remind you, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'd rather we were practicing thinking of ideas. Okay, all right, first sentence is always a paraphrase. All right, for this sort of essay, your second sentence, okay, you need to give your idea of the cause. All right. All right, you need to give your idea of the cause, okay, and which means your third sentence is going to be what? Of the, that's your first sentence. The first, sorry, after the paraphrase, your next sentence is going to be an idea of the cause, and the next sentence is going to be correct. Okay, the structure again is very simple. Okay, and it's the same for all these essays. So you need to your introduction, okay, and your conclusion, which of course is the fourth paragraph, okay, should be basically the same. They just summarize your ideas. And remember, you only need to think of a couple of ideas. In this case, you just need to think of two causes, okay, of health issues, okay, and maybe two solutions, all right? But even if you can only think of one, okay, that is enough, all right? I think I've said before, doing the structure of these essays is a little bit like building a building. You have to have the framework of the building correct, okay, before you can put the outside of the building on, which is the rest of your essays. But like I say, the framework is worth 25%. So you need to understand this. Okay, so this paragraph number one, which of course is your introduction paragraph.
This is the one in the.
I'll try this one. Better.
Yeah, you can use the one in the top.
Okay, this one is fine. Thank you. Right. Okay, which I call intro. Okay, your intro paragraph number one. Okay, causes solution. All right. So okay, I don't want to be too confusing because I've got two paragraph number ones here. Okay, but one paragraph number one is your introduction. Main body paragraph number one is, of course, actually paragraph number two. Okay, I hope that's not too confusing. Okay, how many explanation sentences? How many? Two, correct. Okay, what is the last sentence of main body paragraph? Thank you. Good. Okay, so main body paragraph number two is going to be the same as number one, okay, except this is going to be what? Not cause, but solution. Yes, okay, it's going to be a solution. All right, and then you have your conclusion. All right, so please remember you must follow the structure. In the essays that you have been writing for me recently, okay, some people have been forgetting the example, okay, or they've been only doing one explanation sentence. You must do two. So, like I say, we're not going to write this now, we're going to talk about it. So, I'm going to go around each of you. All right, can you please give me an idea, okay, a cause of this? Actually, before we do this, I'll get you to paraphrase. Michael, can you paraphrase off the top of your head? Can you remember what off the top of your head means? Yes. It means without thinking about it too much. Off the top of your head, very common English expression. Off the top of your head, Michael, can you paraphrase The thesis statements.
The number of people suffering from health issues.
Yes, is. Yeah. Almost correct. It's rising.
It's right.
Good. Okay. Michael said the number of people suffering from health problems or health issues, such as obesity, hard to paraphrase obesity.
Can I replace with overweight?
It doesn't, overweight doesn't fit grammatically into the sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, very hard to paraphrase obesity. So you can use obesity. Okay?
Yeah.
The number of people suffering from health issues such as obesity is getting, what did you say?
It's rising.
Is rising.
Right.
Okay, is rising. Okay, so it's a good paraphrase off the top of his head. That's great. Okay, it took you 10 seconds. Very good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Again, for those of you who are not sure, what Michael has done, okay, is he's taken most of the same words in the sentence. He's just changed the order. All right. So he has said the number of people suffering from health. He said issues instead of problems. Okay. Such as obesity. Okay. Is rising. Okay. He said rising instead of increasing. Does that make sense? Not to you? Okay. So all he's done is use a couple of synonyms and change the order of words in the sentence. That's all you need to do. Okay. Remember, for those of you who want to try and get a 7 in the IELTS test, okay, you must have 50% of your sentences with no mistakes. Okay. And the easy way to do that is just use even simple language, like Michael did there. You don't have to use complicated language. If you can write a simple sentence with no mistakes, that's great. Okay. That will help you get a 7. All right. If you want to get an 8 or a 9, then you need to use more complicated and formal words. Okay, that is the difference between 7 and 8 or a 9. But if you just want a 7, all you need to do is just use simple language, but not make many mistakes. All you need to do. Okay, so going around everyone, start with you. Okay, so they need to know what are some of the causes of these health issues. Okay, such as obesity. Okay, what is one cause of a health issue such as obesity?
I think it's fast food.
Fast food. Okay, very good. Okay, people are getting fatter because they're eating more fast food like junk food. Okay, good reason. Okay, shall we?
People are using like 2005 too much and don't.
Excellent. 2 good reasons. Already we have 2 causes. Remember, you only need 2 causes. Okay. Can you remember how many minutes do you have to plan this essay? Can you remember? To plan the essay, how many minutes? A bit longer. Okay, that's 7 to 8. Okay. Less than 10 anyway. So you have up to 10 minutes. Okay, to plan the essay, which is plenty of time, actually. As you have just seen, Michael did a paraphrase in 10 seconds. Okay, most of you should be able to do that now. Or easily within 1 minute, you should be able to paraphrase the sentence. And remember, your paraphrase doesn't have to be complicated, right? But you do have to do a paraphrase. And already we have 2 good reasons, okay? 2 good causes, all right? One is people are eating too much junk food, they're getting fatter. People are spending too much time on devices. They're not getting enough exercise. Okay, they're getting fatter. Any other? I already have the 2 main reasons, but can anyone think of any more reasons? Any more causes why people are getting other health issues?
Genetics?
Not genetic. Genetic wouldn't explain why it's getting higher. Okay, not that. Okay, not who I'm going to get you. This is one thing. This is one reason why I'm glad I am here. I'm going to get you to practice speaking louder to me. Okay. People have a bad diet. Is that right? Okay, people have a bad diet. Okay, that's similar to what he said about junk food. So that's a similar reason. Okay, people eating too much junk food, people have a bad diet. Anyone think of another reason?
having the time for which the logic that you
Okay, all right. What would be a reason for that? Why are people eating their dinner later? Maybe. Sorry, too much. Too busy. Yeah, very good. We have a third cause. Okay. Can anyone paraphrase what Fundi just said for me? Can anyone paraphrase before I do? Okay. People spend too much time working. Okay. The word for that, of course, is life. People's life has got busier. Life, STY, lifestyle. Thank you. Okay, people's lifestyles have got busier. Okay, or people's lifestyles have changed, which means they are eating later, as Fumi said. Okay, which again is not so healthy for you. Remember, it says obesity, but there are other problems as well. Okay, so you just don't need to think about why people are getting fat. Other health problems can include things like diabetes. I don't know if diabetes is very serious in Vietnam. It is in Western countries. Cancer. COVID. Yeah, or a disease, not a lifestyle issue. Okay, so that's good, everyone. So I hope everyone can understand now we have plenty of reasons. Okay, we have plenty of reasons. I will again summarize for you. Okay, first reason is fast food. Okay, people eating too much food. Second reason, so we said not enough exercise. Okay, third reason, people's lifestyles have changed. Okay, so maybe they are eating at the wrong time. Okay, or maybe they are too rushed to eat a healthy meal. Okay, so already we have three causes. All right, great. So you could put any of those or all of them into a sentence. Okay, you would say something like causes, the reasons why people are suffering from more health problems include. Remember this one? Include poor diet, lack of exercise, changing lifestyle. Good. Okay, now we have our causes. Solutions. Okay, we have three causes. What are three solutions? The solution. Exercise more, easy one. Okay, people should do more exercise. Change your lifestyle. Okay. Yeah, it's very easy now. We have the causes. Very easy to see the solutions. More exercise, change your lifestyle, and the first reason was junk food. So yes, eat more healthy food. Okay, stop eating fast food, eating junk food. Yeah. Okay. Now, again, you don't need to try and cram every reason you can think of into this essay. Otherwise, it will get too long and you will run out of time to write it. Okay. By the way, one thing I'm going to suggest, maybe I've suggested this before, I can't remember, but okay, maybe when you come to do the writing test, do writing task 2 first. Okay. Do number 2 first because 2 reasons. Okay, 2 takes more thinking. All right, and also 2 is worth twice as many marks. Okay, so it's better to do a good job of writing task 2 and maybe be a bit rough on writing task 1. But it doesn't matter so much when it's writing task 1 is only worth half as many marks. Does that make sense? Okay. So maybe it's a good idea to do writing task 2 first. Okay, so now we have, and again I was saying, don't if you have thought of 3 causes and 3 solutions, only pick the best 1 or 2. Okay, because remember your essay should only be how many words, darling? About 250, about 250. Okay, you don't want to write anything, you'll run out of time. Okay. but you only need about 2 of these. So if you have 3 causes, 3 solutions, that's 2 now. Okay, you've got more than 2 of them. Okay. So let's say our first cause is that we're going to use is eating fast food or junk food. Okay, so that is going to be sentence number 1, okay, of our main body paragraph. Remember, same as we used up here, has to be the same sentence. Okay, but usually, again, you would paraphrase it if you can to get a better mark. So you wouldn't say it exactly the same way you've said here. For example, if I said here, one of the causes of people's health problems is eating junk food, I wouldn't say exactly that here. I would say our main reason why people are becoming more unhealthy is that they eat too much fast food. Okay, see how I paraphrased it? I'm saying the same thing, but I've just paraphrased it. Okay, that shows the examiner, okay, that you have a good vocabulary, that you know synonyms. All right, so you could repeat it exactly, but you wouldn't get as high a mark for that. Okay, so you could repeat it exactly, but better if you can just paraphrase. Okay, so remember we need 2 explanation sentences. Okay, can you give me an explanation sentence? Here. Okay, remember cause number 1 is one of the reasons why people are suffering from more health problems, such as obesity, is they're eating too much junk food. Yeah, what is, give me one explanation. I'm sure you can do that. That's why I'm not asking you. I'm asking someone else who has to think. Ken, what's your? Not giving a solution here. Remember, you're giving an explanation. Yeah, so we're giving an explanation. Okay, Darlene, can you give me one? Thank you. Darlene, can you give me an explanation sentence? Remember the first sentence? Okay, it is one of the reasons why people are eating too much. So one of the reasons why people are getting unhealthy and eating too much junk food. Okay, good. That's all the 2 explanations in. Very good, Darwin. Okay, so Darwin says one of the reasons why people are eating so much junk food is that there are many more shops. Okay, this whole sentence. Great. Next explanation sentence could be because there are so many shops there is a lot of temptation for people to eat junk food. Another thing could be a better one would be the price. Okay, junk food is often very cheap. Isn't it cheaper than more healthy food? Okay, so there are your 2 explanation sentences. Does this make sense, everyone? Okay, so the first cause sentence, remember, one of the reasons why people are suffering more health problems is because they eat too much junk food. They are eating too much junk food. I'm on to my explanation sentence now, because, as Darwin said, there are many junk food shops, fast food shops available. The price of food at these fast food shops is often very cheap. And what is our 4th sentence in the paragraph? An example. Okay, what is an example? You want to give an example? McDonald's, yeah. Okay, you could say, for example. Remember, you all start off by saying, for example, or for instance. Okay, good to use both of those. Okay, again, you are showing the examiner that you know both these words. For example, you can use in one paragraph, for instance in the other paragraph. Okay, for example, McDonald's in Hanoi charges, and again, remember I said this before, you can make this up. McDonald's in Hanoi charges $1 for a burger. Okay, doesn't matter if it's not true. Okay, but you're just giving an example. As long as your example is in good English. The examiner doesn't care what McDonald's are charging for a burger. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're just giving you an example that McDonald's has cheap food. for a burger which has, I don't know, 10,000 calories. Okay, this will make you, again, I make that up, doesn't matter. Okay? I'm using the word calories correctly, and I'm giving an example. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, so all you can see is I have just chosen one cause. So you don't need to overthink this. You don't need to look at this topic and think, oh my God, I can only think of one reason, one cause for people getting fat. That's all you need. Okay? Maybe if you had thought of a second one, you might be able to fit that in the same way. Okay? But one is all you need. Okay? Okay, so you can see we have the cause, two explanations. Okay, I have an example, McDonald's. Okay, we're on to our second body paragraph. Okay, which is a solution. Okay, so remember we had three solutions. One was eat less junk food, so eat more healthy food. Two, get more exercise. Three, what's the third? Change your lifestyle. Exactly. So again, you would pick one of those. So let's choose, for example, well, because we have maybe junk food as our cause, we should choose eating healthy food. Staying with food for our solution. Okay? So we say one solution is that people should eat more healthy food. Okay. We need two explanation sentences for this. Okay, can anyone give me an explanation sentence? Yeah. Thank you, Peter. Yes. Healthy explanation sentence. Healthy food. The correct English would be is more nutritious. It's more nutritious. Healthy food, the reason is good. Okay. Healthy food is more nutritious. There is explanation sentence number one. Healthy food is more nutritious. Can anyone give me a second? Remember, we need another sentence. Then I'll give you a second explanation. To do with healthy food.
So, it's the way less calories and full diet.
Yes. Okay. We've already said that. Okay. Yeah, same thing. Healthy food, but calories is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good. So you could go with that.
Produce less calories.
Yeah. Or not producers. And then I think of the word, not producers. Healthy food, something less calories. The word begins with C. You want to know what the word is? Not producers. Or because it is CO. Yes, thank you, Charlie. Contains. Contains. Which is a more formal way, of course, of saying has. In fact, and therefore a better word to use in an essay. Okay, remember with the essays, we are trying, if we can, to use more formal words. Of course, very easy to say healthy food has less calories. Okay? But better to use the word contains, so as you know more formal way. But again, if you can't think of the words contains, doesn't matter, just say this. Okay, again, you're not making any mistakes. And if you don't make any mistakes, they will not take any marks off. Okay? So again, what I'm trying to say is don't stress. This exam is stressful enough as it is. So if in the middle of an exam you're thinking, oh my God, what word means less? Okay, I can't think of it. Doesn't matter. Just write less. All right, it is still okay. Okay. So that's good. So we have our two explanations here. All right. The first one is healing. Healthy food is more. What was the word? Yeah, nutritious. Thank you. Remember, good. Nutritious. Okay, then done. Second explanation is healthy food has or it contains good. Less calories. Excellent. For example. And again, maybe you have to make something up here. For example, Feng Ling. Yeah, vegetables such as salad. Is your name Feng Ling? So far, you're on the right line here. Look hard. Okay, we're talking about calories. So you might, as an example, say, for instance, a salad has, finish the sentence. No, we're talking about calories. Remember? Yeah, so remember in my first example, I said, for example, a McDonald's hamburger has 10,000 calories. Okay, what can I say in my example for the health food? I can say, for instance, a salad has. Thank you. Very good. Perfect. Is that true? No, no. Sounds like it. Okay. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So again, very easy because you use calories as an example in the first body paragraph. You can use it as an example in the second one. So, for example, a salad, a healthy salad contains less than 100 calories. Okay. Like I say, that might be true, might not be true, but the English is correct. Okay, good. So then we have your two-body paragraph. And then remember for your conclusion, okay, all you are actually doing is writing a paraphrase again of your introduction. So, for example, again, I know I'm rushing through this a little bit. I want to get onto the speaking part. Okay, you could say, again, you would need to just paraphrase this a little bit. And again, I will give you a paraphrase. Instead of saying an increasing number of people, I could say a word, not two, beginning with M. Instead of saying increasing number, a four-letter word that begins with M. Instead of saying an increasing number, I could say four-letter word begins with M. M-O, easy word. Anyone? More, yes. Thank you, Joey. More people. Instead of saying an increasing number, just again, keep it simple. I said this, oh, you have a bad cough from me. Sorry. Okay, more people are getting unhealthy. Okay, more people are becoming unhealthy. Okay, causes for this include fast food. Solution would be eat more healthy food. Okay, and that is your conclusion. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, so again, the reason for some of you who have come in late, the reason why I am going over this again is that in your essays that you have sent me, most of you are missing out some of these elements. Okay, and most of you, the one that most of you are missing out of is the two explanation paragraphs. Okay, so please remember you need to give two explanations and an example for every paragraph in every type of essay. In every type of the 5 essays, you need to give, this is the structure to use. And again, 25%, so it is worth getting done. Okay. So, sentence number 1 of your main body paragraph is always a reason of some sort. The next two sentences are always explanations. And then, of course, an example. Okay, is that quite clear? Okay, good. So that is that. Excellent. Right. Now for the rest of the class, we're going to go on to speaking. Yes. Anyone have any questions, by the way, about what I've just said? Okay. And again, I'm sorry for those of you like Shawi who understand the structure perfectly. All right. But again, I just want to make sure you all understand. Okay. Good. Okay, Lockhart, can you read this for me, please? Good. Okay, I want to emphasize this point. A lot of you in the speaking questions, this is part 2 we're talking about, tend to give a list of things. So the question, for example, might be, tell me about a favorite device. Tell me about a favorite device of yours. Okay. Bao Ling, what is a favorite device of yours? Smartphone, okay. For me. Laptop, okay. Okay. Computer, okay, good. Okay. Then what people are tending to do is they are listing reasons, okay, why it is your favorite device, which is fine for a little while, 10 seconds, but then of course, as many of you have found out, you run out of things to say. It's very hard for 2 minutes, okay, to list why your smartphone or your laptop or computer is your favorite device. Okay? And it's also very boring for the examiner to listen to. And you won't get a high mark if all you can do is think of, I like my smartphone because I can surf the internet, I can chat to my friends, okay, and I can watch videos on YouTube. Okay, they are all good reasons, but as you just heard, it only takes me less than 10 seconds to say that. Okay, I still have the other 1 minute and 50 seconds to fill up. Okay. All right, so don't just give what I'm saying is don't just give a list of things. Okay, it's a very easy trap to fall into, but it is a trap. Okay, and it will leave you trying to think of what can I say next. So I'm going to remind you about this. Okay, oops. I'm back. I know. Is this something? It's not. Okay, so what you need to do is to come up with some experience that you can use, all right, to fill in the rest of the 2 minutes. Yeah. So, for example, with your smartphone, darling, what is something that you have done with your smartphone you have found interesting or exciting, or even bad or scary? Some scary.
We like the it's that is related as well as much of the family.
Okay. Needs to be an experience you can talk about. For example, I would say my favorite device is my smartphone. Okay, it's an Apple smartphone, and I can use it to surf the internet, chat to my friends, watch YouTube videos, so on. Okay. Now I need to talk about an experience. Okay. One thing that happened to me one day with my smartphone was I took it to the shops with me, and by mistake, I left it on the counter at the shop. And then I left the shop and I went to school. And it wasn't until I got to school and I reached for my phone, I suddenly realized I had left it somewhere. And I started to panic because my smartphone was a very expensive smartphone. And my parents had given it to me for my birthday. And so I couldn't lose it. So I had to start and think very hard. Where was my smartphone? Then I remembered I left it in the shop. I was in the shop. It was the last time I used it. Okay, so I borrowed my friend's smartphone and I ran the shop. And I said, oh, I was in your shop 30 minutes ago, and I think I left my Apple smartphone in there. It's very easy to notice because it has a yellow cover on it. Have you seen it? And the shopkeeper said, yes, we found it, and we have it kept here for you safely. And I was so relieved. Okay, as soon as school finished, I went into the shop and I got my smartphone. So you see what I mean by an experience? So I have easily filled up almost 1 minute, okay, talking about the experience that I made with my smartphone. And what made it easy, of course, was because it really happened to me. So all I was doing was telling a story from my memory. But I was still answering the question because it was connected to the smartphone, which is my favorite device. If that makes sense. Okay. So what I want you all to do now is exactly that. I'm going to go around all of you. We're going to use the favorite device one. Okay. I want you all to give me an experience. You have time to think about this, especially those of you who are at the end. Okay, so I'm going to go around everyone. But I want you to give me an example of an experience. So I don't need to talk for 1 minute. Okay, don't worry about that. I just want you to be able to think of some experience that you can attach to your smartphone. So the one I used, of course, was losing it. Another one could be a time you used your smartphone to do something. The examiner will know I'm lying. But okay, and at last week I did this. But I took my smartphone with me. That is my experience. But it is an experience. Does this make sense? Okay, what I want you to do. So I want you, please, now to think of an experience. Okay. I'll start with you, Michael, because you're good at thinking of this top of your head. What's your favorite device? Yeah. Can you give me an experience?
Well, my experience was when I
Okay, I'm going to stop you there because that is enough. That is enough. Okay, that was Michael's experience. Okay, so you can see how easily, and I hope this is correct, Michael, how easily Michael found that to talk about his experience and easily can fill up 1 minute talking about that experience with the smartphone. By the way, what is past tense of get? Yes, you said get. I forgot. Very good. Okay. What is your favorite? I'm going to go around this way now. Okay. Thank you, people there. Because I knew Michael could answer straight.
My favorite is my computer.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I just like to log
Okay.
log today. I my computer to work. I write homework, test, I game, and then again.
So you need to give me an experience, okay? So you need to give me, in this case, an experience of maybe your favorite game. Okay, and then describe the game to me. Okay. Remember, again, I've said this to you, I think, many times, so you should be able to answer this, okay? The IELTS test is not a test of English. No. It is a test of what? Communication. Okay, is a test of how well you can communicate. So to communicate, normally the easiest way for this sort of exercise is to tell some story, some experience. And then you are communicating. Because what they are listening for then, of course, is how you are using English to communicate. Yeah, so of course it is a test of English, but it is more a test of communication. Okay. So for you, you would need to talk about some experience you had with your favorite day. You could spend at least 30 seconds. What is your favorite? Yeah. Sorry, what's it called? Valorant. No. Okay, so you could say for, then at least 15, 20 seconds how this game works. What you have to do. Does that make sense? Okay, that's how you start. Okay, not to. Favorite devices.
fine experience. In 2000, computer mom and dad. It looks so long. And just change a lot of computer and design my own system computer. To work dynamically starting and play. So I think computer is more personal than laptop.
Okay, that's good. You need to fill up the time. You say you changed your computer.
Yes, you do both, like
Okay, that's what you need to say. And that's exactly what you changed. Okay, that would fill up the time very easily. Okay, and then you could say, why did I change that? You've already said because it's boring. Yeah. Okay, but I changed the mouse because this mouse, it's more efficient, for example. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, good. For this, remember, I just need a couple of sentences. Okay. Okay. Your favorite device is? Okay. Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Why I'm standing over here is I was going to get you all to project a bit more at me like this. Okay. I want to be, it's not just louder, it's actually more. It's like pretending that the person you are speaking to is a little bit deaf. Okay, they can't hear very well. So you just don't talk, it's not just louder. It's almost, the word is in English is project, which means to push, to project something. You push your voice more to them, like I am doing to you now. Okay, I'm not actually speaking any louder, but I am pushing my voice, okay, out to you more so you can hear me. You can hear me okay? Good, that's what I want you to practice more. Okay, it will help your pronunciation. You do this, and it will also, because you are using more air in your lungs, it will slow you down. And going slower is actually better. Okay, you don't need to talk that fast. Okay, sorry, start again. Your favorite device is?
the device is my laptop and my experience. Year long when I was stand my own because my room didn't have a computer, so I bring my own room to my living room.
Okay, enough. That's fine. That's all I need. Good. That's great. Great. Okay, good. So you need to say she didn't. My grandmother, remember past tense, didn't close the door. And you must, I guess you would say the word, you know the word I'm thinking of, begins with P, slightly longer word, ends in Y. PR, didn't close the fridge. P-R-O. P-R-O. Properly. Thank you. Okay, it's better than, you know, there's more common words using it. She didn't close the fridge properly. Okay, great experience. Good. Okay, it's project. Better. Okay, good. Very good experience. Excellent. Knock out.
So my favorite device is my mobile phone, which I think everyone are the same to me. The one experience that I did, it was sad and it was serious is when I lost my phone on the way home. That day I go to my extra class anywhere when I'm on the road, you cannot imagine how silly I am that I put my phone into the pocket and then it fall out on the phone.
Okay, great story. Good, excellent, excellent. Okay, so are you finding this a little bit easier? Okay, I hope so. Okay, it's easier than trying to think of a list of things that you use your phone or your laptop for. Okay, I hope you understand why I'm teaching you this. Okay? And all your stories, so for all your experiences are good. Okay, great, perfect. Okay, and they are all connected to the main topic. That's all you have to make sure. Great. Okay, Darling.
The Bible is about all this when I had no job, my post document, and I thought it was more education. So I did it with the phone pension so that they can see the education need. The top result is for 3 doses for education. But on my top only so it's so I just can take the post. But when the staff check the phone, all right, we have a speech session.
Okay,
So-
that's enough. Great story. Good, excellent. And again, you easily fill up 30 seconds just talking about the experience. What is past tense of give, by the way? What is past tense? Gave, that's right. I think you said give the first time. I give my phone to them. It has to be gave. Okay. Your favorite device is? And your experiences? Okay, okay. Do you think you could make that experience last for 2 minutes? Maybe. Okay, you could talk about, for example, what is the class about? I was going to use it to join the online class, which was about English, physics, whatever, math. Okay, my math is not very good, so I really needed to join this class because I needed to get the purpose. See what I mean? You can make it longer because I did it more detail. That's the way to make it more. Yeah.
Device is a laptop. Besides doing some silly stuff and playing games on it, I then got memories. When I was in Java, I have to present. I have presentations in the next day, and I see group and both like, well, I see exactly back and sit down. I think like and when I study from the laptop from and I have to purchase how to purchase is nearly 1/3 of the price of the laptop.
Okay, thank you, Kier. Good story. Great, thank you. Yes.
My device obviously is my smartphone. I will give you some of my smartphone backstory. Things I found it's a pretty old model of Apple lineup. And the reason why I bought it because I bought it 2 years ago, and the reason I bought it because as I researched, it is a pretty durable and also affordable device. I have owned like 2 or 3 phones before, and none of them last like a long time with me.
Okay, I'll stop you there, shall we? That is enough. That's good. Okay, everyone, one word Jawi said then, which is the first time I've heard someone use this. So, I hope you backstory. Okay, backstory is a useful word. Okay, just it's another way of saying background. Okay, or what has happened in the past. Okay, but that is a good word to add to your vocabulary. Okay, girls. Yeah, backstory. Okay, it's a good word to add to your vocabulary. Backstory just means what happened in the past. A word like this, okay, shows that you can speak good colloquial English. Yeah. Like shall we just did backstory. Okay. All right. Backstory. So words like this, if you can use words like this, they will help your score because they are good conversational English. Right? Not just English out of a book. Right. Thank you, Xiaowei. Okay.
My favorite.
Oh, sorry. Fine. Okay.
My favorite device was my your glasses. As my educational device that is working with me like a workstation, except for PC or phone. So my VR glasses is really up with my device, my cell phone, and my personal computer. And, so like I have a best experience. You know that when you are working, you get to use many apps like Excel, Words, or PowerPoint. So your participant do both of them. So for like a multitasking.
Okay, good. I'll stop you there. Good. That's good. Okay, good. You're filling up the time very well. Okay. This time.
My favorite device is my smartphone because when I was a kid, I was fond of playing video game on my father's phone. So whenever he comes home from work, I usually borrow it to play game. I often spend 2 hours a day playing video games. But then when the final term test comes, I did it very bad. And my parents scolded at me very hard, and they treat me that if I don't study seriously, they will take me to jail.
Okay. Okay. Again, good story. They treated you very badly. Okay. Badly. Okay. Just badly. Okay. Not treated me very bad. Treated me badly. Yes. And my parents threatened me. Can you say the word, please? Threaten. Good. Okay. They threatened. Okay. Good. Okay. Last one. My favorite device is.
My favorite device is computer. This bought on my birthday as my father present. And to get that computer, I have to study very hard. And I asked my father to give me a computer. I can look for my result. And with that, with my new computer, which has a better graphics than the old one, I can upload my PC now can upload many high graphic games and game is very definitely.
Okay, good. Okay, good story. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, everyone, thank you for doing that. Okay, so hopefully this gives you an idea again of how you can fill out the 2 minutes by, okay, sharing an experience, all right, by attaching an experience. Now, remember, you can use the same experience for many different topics. In one of the other classes that I do, the experience one of the students had was going to a music festival. Now, a music festival can be the answer to many different questions. For example, something I did with my family, something I did on holiday, something I did that was exciting, okay, something that I did that was new. And again, you can use that same story. For example, the story, not hard. that you said to me about the cell phone falling out of your pocket. Okay, tell me about a time something bad happened. Tell me about a time you were sad about something. Tell me about a time where you made a mistake. Okay, you can use that same story, okay, to answer all those questions. Does this make sense, everyone? So in your 1 minute preparation time, okay, you should be just using that to think of what is some experience that I can think of to answer this question. Of course, remember, you can answer the bullet points, okay? But often, as I was saying, the bullet points, if you answer each of them, you only last about 15, 20 seconds. All right? Any questions about it? Okay, for the rest of the lesson, we're going to go on to part 3 of the speaking test. Just want to give you a bit of practice at this. Okay, everyone, talking, not writing. Okay, so part 3, when we did the recent mock test, okay, a lot of you, your answers for part 3 were too short. Remember, the answers for part 3 need to be longer, about 7 or 8 sentences, maybe. But some of you answered them like they were part 1 questions. Okay, so you can see here is an example, everyone. Okay, looking here, not writing things. Okay, of a part 3 question and answer. So you can see there are actually 3 different paragraphs to this person's answer. Remember, for all these questions, the key to doing well is your vocabulary. Okay, you have to learn more words. If you want to get a good mark, if you want to get a 7, there is no escaping that you need to know plenty of words. Okay, you need to be able to know how to use them correctly. The main way to learn vocabulary, of course, is to read and listen to things, either physically, like here in the newspaper, which I was reading today, Vietnam newspaper, okay, or looking at things online, of course, or listening to things online. And you should be doing this for like, not now, you should be doing this for 10 minutes every day, okay? Reading or listening to something. It is a simple thing to do, but of course it's not so simple because you have to do it 10 minutes every day. Okay, and that's why I think I've said to you before, pick a subject or topic that you are interested in. It's like not to, you're interested in football, okay, maybe you're interested in another sport, basketball, okay, or maybe you're interested in computer games. Read something about computer games, read something about fashion, read something about your latest movies, if you like movies. Just that will make it a lot easier. Of course, if you are reading something for 10 minutes that you are interested in, okay, then when you come across any unfamiliar words, look them up and add them to your vocabulary by writing them down in a list and reviewing that list once a week. Like I say, the process for improving your vocabulary is simple, but of course doing it is not so simple. But that is the process. That is the only way you're going to learn is by looking at or hearing new words, looking them up, writing them down, and then revising them as possible. And that is why one reason why I don't just put up a list. Here's a list of 1,000 words you need to remember. Okay, that would be so boring, okay, and you wouldn't remember hardly any of them. Okay, if I said, here's a list of 1,000 words you need to know, because of course you need to know how the words get used in context. Okay, and that is the only way we're going to use to remember them. If I gave you a list of 1,000 words, you might be able to remember maybe 500 of them and what they mean, but maybe you can't use them in actual conversation or can't use them in a lesson because you don't know how they work in a sentence. So you need to use the words reading or writing, not just learn a list of words, which is very boring and very difficult. Okay, so that's why I can just give you a list of 1,000 losings, 1,000 tries. You get to learn how to use it. Okay, so sorry, I have got off the subject a little bit. So there are a couple of words here, maybe only one. This word here, communal. Communal. Okay, what does communal mean?
I know.
Can you guess
I know.
from the sentence? Anyone? Okay, there are. I know you know this already. There are communal. Can you guess? Looking at the sentence here, most apartments don't have a garden, although some have a communal outdoor area. Yeah, communal, this word here. A new word for your vocabulary. Communal's not big. Communal. Yes, you said the word. What was the word you just said? Share. Okay. Everyone, a communal area is a shared area. All right. How many of you live in apartments? You live in apartments. You live in apartments. You did your apartment have the communal area? Right. Okay, great. So there's a communal area. So communal, everyone, shall we? Okay. Communal means shared. Shared. Okay. So hopefully that's a new word right to your vocabulary. Shared. Communal is shared. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get you to Bowling. Can you read out the first paragraph for me, please? Good. Okay. So notice how this person has started their sentence by saying, I'd say, which is short, of course, for I would say. But in English, when you are talking, you abbreviate it to I'd say. I'd say. So that is a good way to start your sentence. All right. And then the person has gone on to say, secondly, and finally. All right. We'll look at another question, because again, I'm going to get you to do your own one shortly. Well, it's okay. Okay, I've done it.
Pressing takes a lot of time, but you can do this. It's that.
Okay.
What's the most?
All right. So the question is, for me, can you read the question? Okay. So the person has answered certainly not. Okay. Certainly not. What is the opposite of certainly not? Certainly, yes. Very simple. The opposite of certainly not is certainly. Certainly not is a very common way of saying that you strongly disagree. Okay? Certainly not. And just the same way is the opposite. Certainly is a very strong way of saying that you agree. Okay, not to a Liverpool going to win the game tonight. Yeah, certainly. Certainly. Okay, means yes, definitely. I agree. Okay. Again, another word to add to your vocabulary. All right. But again, as you can see, you need to see these words in context, which is what I'm showing. Okay. I don't want to make them too hard. Yeah, but then they will struggle to Okay, everyone. All right. I know you've been sitting down for a long time. I know some of you are getting restless. We're only at half an hour to go. All right. So I'm going to ask you all some part 3 questions now. Okay, different questions for each of you, so you can't. Okay, listen to everyone else's answers. And I want you to give them answers of this kind of length. Actually, by the way, I'll just quickly go through maybe some more words to add to your vocabulary. This word here, spacious, what does it mean? Spacious. Okay. Is the opposite, a more spacious home, means a bigger home. Yeah, a larger home. Spacious. Something that is spacious means more space. Okay. And this word here, okay, downsize. What does downsize mean? Reduce. Yeah. Downsize means to make smaller. What is the opposite of downsize? Upsize. Yeah. Okay. Again, useful words. Very useful, very common English words to use in your vocabulary, but not necessarily the sort of words you will read in a textbook. Okay. So again, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. What is the opposite of downside? The upside. Yes. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. Okay, so here we go. Starting with, where will I start this time? Tell me.
I thought it's going to be here.
No, it's not going to be you again. Okay, so I want, these are part 3 questions, everyone, so I want part 3 length answers. And I will correct your English as you go. All right, so I'm going to be talking about languages. Is it important in Vietnam to learn a foreign language?
I would say that it's significant for people to learn language because in the modern era, so people like to make like a chat, like a chat organization. So people need to know some language. The most popular language is English. So like anyone who with English as a common language, so they can communicate and understand each other.
Okay, stop you there. That's good, Bella. Okay, good. Good explanation. Very good. So to improve, you just need to go a little bit slower. A little bit more. All right? Good. Okay, your one is, in your opinion, what is the best way to learn a language? Yeah. My opinion, the best way to learn English. Good start. Many ways to learn English. For example, the right idea. So to make your answer longer, okay, you just need to explain a little bit how you would use YouTube or a website to learn the language. Everyone, okay? It's very hard for the person speaking to speak because there's noise around them. Okay, so for example, you say you can use YouTube. And just give a more explanation about the example. Can you do yeah. Can you friends okay, good. And of course, the advantage of being able to do it on a website is that you can repeat it. Of course, over and over again. Can't you? So if you keep listening to it, you'll keep watching and listening. Okay, here. Why are some people better at learning languages than others? So remember, everyone, this is a slightly more difficult question, of course, but these are the sort of questions you will get. Why are some people better at learning languages? Is the way they study. The way they study. Yeah, is the way they study. Okay, so I'll give you an example. One answer to that would be, which you kind of got the idea of, that some people are just more motivated to learn language than other people. Okay, Michael. How do people in Vietnam feel about English being the world language? Most likely they have knowledge. Okay, thank you. Let's go. All right, shall we? Is it considered important in Vietnam to learn another language?
I think if you repeat
Is it considered important in Vietnam to learn another language?
I think so. Yes. I think all universities, most people in Tamil learn that language because parents like right now it's a developing country, so we like want to learn another language so that we can capable of studying a different knowledge from many other countries, so that our country will be more developed and.
Yeah, go on. No, it's good. It's good, Jack. It's good. You have a higher economic.
Yeah, economic for our country.
Okay, higher economic growth. We can get higher economic growth now. Okay, that's fine. So remember, everyone, your reasons are important as long as you can say something about it. Okay. I'll change the topic from language. Okay. Do you think younger and older people should have different hobbies? Do you think they should or not?
I think they should not. So hobbies, it's a various of hobbies, so one can have their own hobby, like the old music is for the older, but some younger being limited because of touchy or they like the live songs.
Okay, good. It's not rhythm. Rhythm. You know, it's the word is rhyme, but it's pronounced rhythm. Okay, that's good. Okay. Do you think it can be a disadvantage to have too much free time? disadvantage to have too much spare time?
I don't think so because if I have too much free time, I can do whatever I want, like play video games, do gym. Because I have to study all days and I only have like 2 or 3 times to do what to do.
Okay, not bad. So everyone, I'm coming to you shortly. Thank you for being patient. Okay, and lots of different questions. So at least I want to hear at least 3 good sentences. Okay? One of the problems is if you keep talking and you can't finish your sentence, it makes it sound like you are not so confident within. Okay, even though you had some good ideas. So it is better just to not to think, oh, I have to talk for 7 or 8 sentences if you can only think of 3 sentences. Please try to finish your sentence completely. Okay, next one for you. Do you think people should do something constructive in their free time? Good. Okay, that's good. So remember, everyone, if you don't understand the question, please ask the examiner. Okay, so constructive means something useful. Do you think people should do something useful in their spare time?
Not
Because okay, good. You finished your sentences. That's good. All right. Okay. Better like it. All right. What do I choose for you? Trying to find one not too difficult for you. Not just for you, Vietnam, but for everyone. Okay.
so what's my difficult or
Okay, no. Okay, Vietnam. Everyone. Are people in Vietnam interested in protecting the environment?
yes, it's that everyone is very important in our life. So we must do that. Uh, for example, we can make a discussion about environment to uh, raise awareness of teenager.
Good trade, raise awareness. Good.
And we can keep, we can say about the pro and con about uh, deforestation, and why destroy, cut down trees, and if
Okay, just
in fact the ozone,
yeah.
ozone level.
Okay, it's good for you. Just be careful with your essence. Destroy. Destroy.
Destroy.
Destroy.
Destroy.
Good, better. Destroy.
Destroy.
Okay, thank you for that. Good. Okay, not two. Do you think responsibility for protecting the environment lies with the government or with individual people?
First one to protect the environment. Or this it's for everyone. For example, government can go the whole and take your stuff out. And government can pick up your letter in the ground. It's up to it's up to build up to everyone have awareness of protect in the environment, protecting the environment. So if if any individual have awareness of protecting the environment, so the social you have the awareness of protecting the environment. The environment will be better.
Okay, good. Doctor. That's good. Good long answer. Okay, staying with the environment. Okay, we're getting to you guys shortly. Right. Only 4 to go. Okay. Do you think it helps to educate young people, okay, about being green? Okay, and what I mean by being green is being aware of the environment. Does it help to teach young people?
Yes, it's very important to teach youngsters soon about the importance of protecting environment and live with the lifestyle in the future. And for us, not more, less plastic things and have good awareness around protect the environment and help and help with other people about this.
Okay, so remember, it's good. Remember, try to complete your sentence. Okay. Okay. Even when you are outside to run after minutes, just try to finish your sentence. I say it. So yes, I think it's good to educate young people to protect the environment. Okay, we finish your talk like that. Okay, staying with the environment. What effects does pollution have on the environment? Yeah, what are some of the effects that pollution has on the environment? Okay, so for this one, shouldn't be too hard. Think of more. What happens? What are some of the effects of pollution on that? Okay, so remember to try and finish your sentence. I'm saying something generally why. So that is just one of the effects of the environment. That is just one, or that is just one of the effects of pollution. Okay, you can use that phrase to finish your sentence. If you're starting to run out of things. Okay, so you were talking about the air pollution of the home. Because the air pollution of the home is very bad. You know, people find it hard to breathe. If you have been walking outside, it's dirty. The air is not very clean. It's not very attractive. And then just some of the effects that pollution has on the environment. Okay, just like that. Okay, that's how you finish your sentence. Okay, 2 more to go with this. Then I think maybe you will finish. Okay. Do you think that we have more pollution now than we did 50 years ago? Good. Right. So maybe could be a little bit longer. Okay, finally, not hard. What do you think is going to happen to Hanoi, okay, if we don't reduce the current level of pollution?
I think if we continue to if we continue the environment, then we will have more habitat to live in, and the natural will be destroyed.
Natural,
So
sorry, nature.
nature will be destroyed,
Yeah.
and longer people have to be such as people dance or maybe increase more the number of people who have access. So that I think reduce the pollution in Taiwan is mindful problem.
To reduce the pollution and Hanoi is fine.
It's fun.
Yes, good. Okay, good. So is there anyone on this? Anyone hasn't done this one? I don't think so. Okay, not four. Now we was pointing here. Okay. All right, everyone, I think we will finish the lesson here for today. Okay, you've been sitting down for long. Yeah, I know 2 hours is a long time. You just to sit down and listen to everyone else speaking. So the main things I want to sum up from this lesson is number one, okay, you need to learn more vocabulary if you are going to get better. You need to do this by yourself, unfortunately. It is no good me giving you a list of 1,000 words. Okay, it is too difficult to learn and too boring. Okay, you need to learn the words in context, by which I mean you need to learn the words reading them in a sentence or hearing them in a sentence, and you need to repeat over and over again. For some time now, I have been trying to teach myself to read many sentences, okay, so I can understand what I've done here, and I have found for me. Okay, I have exactly what it's like. It's like I have to repeat over and over again. Okay. And over and over again to remember what those even simple phrases mean. Okay, and to learn them in sentences, so I know what it's like. And I find that even if I do it just 10 minutes a day, but I'm not trying to do too many words at once. Just learn 2 or 3 sentences every day. But keep doing it every day. It does work. Okay. All right. So you need to learn more vocabulary. Like I said, how to do it is simple. How to do it is simple, but you must do it. Okay. If you want to try and get a good mark. Okay. So that's the main thing to take away.
Tuần sau mình đi học buổi sáng 10 giờ sáng nhé, vì hôm nay là phải chuyển buổi chiều là vì là thầy mới đón thầy, tức là hôm thầy mới đến từ hôm qua ấy. Thế là sáng nay đến dạ sợ sáng nay đi tập vắng thầy bay hơn 24 tiếng mới đến nơi, dừng lại 3 chặng liền rồi mới đến đây rất là xa. Thế nên là tuần sau thì vì một số bạn là bị trùng lịch học buổi chiều nay chạy thì rất là vất vả. Thì tuần sau mình sẽ 10 giờ sáng thì mình làm, tức là tầm tuần sau lại làm bài test thôi, đúng không? Và ok, but anyway thì vẫn phải làm bài test, nếu không thì ai tới cho phải không, sẽ phải kiểm tra trực tiếp cho, thì là có gì nhá. Thì là 10 giờ sáng mai, 10 giờ sáng được việc tuần sau nhá. Có muốn sớm hơn không hay là 10 giờ? 10 giờ. Ok, cho thoải mái nhá.
Okay, thank you for coming here. We'll see you at 10 o'clock.
Bởi vì hôm qua hôm nay rất là trẻ này,
Happy birthday. Birthday. Okay. A souvenir.
Good song.
Bởi vì không có làm đâu. Không mình nghỉ mà đầu ra thì kể là cô thì cho làm tại đây cô cho làm sớm mà ai ra cô đứa này làm cái nó không cái nó không quá không nó thôi để cho mình không phải không làm được rồi từ những cái công việc giống như là ăn những cái đó từ đây cho người rồi cái này có ai thì bé là bé ai rồi tháng 6 nhất không từ đời các bạn không thể ra được các ngày đó phải không?
Giving children very cheap gifts.
Yes, candy.
I had to yeah. I don't like it. I just it's like a witch.
What more is all that?
Thank you very much.